Can Goviex Uranium skyrocket and provide life-changing returns? That is the only question we're going to try to answer in this video. To start, the market cap of this asset is $43 million Canadian, right? So a tiny asking price, right? If you're a billionaire, you could scoop this thing up. In theory, the lower the market cap, the more explosive the returns, because the less amount of capital is required to really skyrocket the price, right? And so with Goviex Uranium, what we're seeing is it has massively underperformed almost every market in the world since 2021, right? Just falling off a cliff. Let's see why that is. What are the risks associated with it? Well, to start, Goviex is an African-focused uranium company. Here is an update. On July 4th, the government of the Republic of Niger withdrew Goviex's rights over the perimeter of the Maduela mining permit, right? This was an important mine for them, and they lost the rights to it. Goviex's opinion is this decision does not follow the withdrawal procedure prescribed under the applicable mining code. The current situation represents a unique opportunity to concentrate our efforts on Muntanga, which has great potential and is poised to become a cornerstone of our company. So they probably didn't pay off the right officials to get their mining license. Other countries were able to keep their mining license in Niger, but Goviex lost its mine in Niger, right? And now they're fully concentrating on this other mine, Muntanga. So really, when trying to understand Goviex, you have to understand this other mine, this Muntanga mine. Now, the good news with Goviex is they're only asking 43 million Canadian dollars for it. So it's possible that it's still in deep value territory when looking at their properties other than the Niger mine. It could be totally undervalued relative to those assets. So with regards to the Muntanga project, it's located in Zambia. It's 100% owned by Goviex. Feasibility study to be completed in the second half of 2024. That's really what the market's waiting on. If that feasibility study shows how profitable it can be, what the value is, then that will immediately reprice this company, right? Because if the mine is worth $1 billion, the market cap of the company is $43 million, then all of a sudden the company could 10x in value. But let's dive deeper into this company and the asset in particular. Here are the benefits of mining in Zambia, right? Niger is the one that threw them out, essentially. The benefits of mining in Zambia is it's a mining country, historically a major copper producer, and now focused on diversification. It's the longest democratic government in Africa since 1964. So it's supposed to be a safe jurisdiction. They're saying it's a great asset near development. It's permitted, a process that can take decades in many jurisdictions. And then there's also additional exploration potential around this property, right? 3 contiguous mining permits and 3 prospecting licenses for a total strike length of approximately 140 kilometers. And they're saying they're on track to complete feasibility study and ESIA in 2024, waiting for that, right? Super important, with the goal to start uranium production within 2 years of securing financing. So we could be 2, maybe 3 years away from this company starting to cash flow. So this is the map of their properties, right? So in red, we see where they have a mining license. So they have a jurisdiction to mine within this red zone, right? And in blue, we see the current uranium deposits. So we know they have access to uranium. In green, we see exploration licenses. So within this area that they're saying is rich in uranium, they have mining rights. So that's pretty massive, right? There's definitely some value in this company. Now, this is what it's all about. How many pounds of uranium do they have access to? They're saying total measured and indicated uranium is 33.7 million pounds. That's actually a lot for a market cap this tiny, because that represents hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue in the future, right? And then total inferred of another 11 million pounds. Very positive for a company that's valued like an explorer that has zero access to any uranium. So really the mine rights alone are probably worth tens of millions of dollars. This company already knows it has access to this uranium. We're just waiting on the feasibility study. So a lot of explorers are trading with a market cap of tens of millions of dollars. This asset probably is undervalued relative to the uranium it has access to, relative to its exploration potential, right? Hard to know until we get that feasibility study, which again is coming in the next few months or so. But they're not just an explorer. They have $1 billion of uranium in the ground, most likely. And then there's also further exploration upside. And so still a lot of risk associated with it because we don't know how profitable the mine is going to be. They still need financing. but it has plenty of potential. The market's probably punishing it a little too much, especially because we're about to enter a nuclear renaissance. And then just recently, on September 9, 2024, Goviex Uranium secures option to acquire 51% of Lundazi exploration license in Zambia. The Lundazi license spans 817.9 square kilometers and is recognized for its uranium-rich formations. The Landuzi area is said to have geological similarities to Goviex's Mutanga project, where the company is progressing with a feasibility study expected later this year. Goviex will invest up to $1.5 million over 3 years as part of the deal, starting with a $300,000 investment in the first year. The company also has the flexibility to exit the agreement after the initial phase if necessary. So the company has lots of exploration potential. They have, in theory, $1 billion of uranium in the ground at today's spot prices. So the market probably has punished it too much, but let's look at the actual financials. What are we paying for? This is where it gets just massive, right? Total assets of $81 million. Total liabilities of $1.3 million. So the company's trading below their net asset value as of the last time we got a balance sheet from them, right? So they have current assets of $12 million. And so this company is not at risk of going bankrupt. So in a nutshell, this company is well positioned to take advantage of the coming nuclear renaissance and the continuing uranium supply crunch because they have plenty of uranium in the ground. They're still exploring. Their market cap is tiny. They're trading below their net assets as of the last time they reported a balance sheet. So can it skyrocket? Absolutely, right? It's trading on deep discount currently with still potential upside, especially once we get that feasibility study. There's plenty of risk associated with it. We don't know what the feasibility study, the profitability study on this mine is going to say, but if it's super positive, this thing could skyrocket. So high risk, high reward can definitely skyrocket.